We have spoken a lot about how important it is to know about finances and how to handle it in many of our episodes. Being able to manage your own money and knowing about different ways to save and protect is really important. So, this week on Beyond Her Story, we are excited to introduce someone who knows a lot about making smart money choices, Indu Ramanujam. Indu is a key figure at InsureLeague, an insurance company recognized by IRDAI, bringing over 7 years of experience in finance. With her background as a BCom graduate from MES College and her journey from being a dedicated homemaker to a pioneering entrepreneur who specializes in helping small businesses and individuals find the right insurance to keep their future secure. So let's start with this conversation right away. Welcome, Indu, to Beyond Her Story. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Sneha. It's my pleasure too to be here, and thank you for the opportunity.
So we'll start with a basic question. So we know that in today's world, women are empowered, right? And they are, doing something for their financial independence and all that. But when it comes to personal finances, women normally don't understand a lot of things.
True.
So what are your thoughts on that, and what are the things that women should know about the personal finances?
So basically, when we say that personal finance, some of the challenges that I usually see when I go out in the field is that many ladies are not working.
Yeah.
Urban, yes, there are many ladies working, but when you go to the tier 2, tier 3 cities, there are many ladies not working. And even in urban, there are so many people who are taking breaks because of their family requirements.
Correct.
So whether you're working 9 to 5 job or you're not working, what I suggest is that they should have some source of income, personal income.
Mm-hmm.
It should be a passive source of income. And for that, personal finance and understanding financial literacy is very important. Understanding the financial products is very important.
Okay.
So there should be some effort from the women to understand these products and to implement that in their life.
Okay. So Indu, then let's go to the basics. So have women not been able to put their hands into the financial domain right from the beginning, or how is it?
No, certainly not. That's see, when we see our parents, mothers, grandmothers, our aunts, whoever is there, the elderly person in the house, if you see them, they have always handled financial matters at home very well.
True.
Right? Whether be it maintaining the expenses as against what income is coming into the family, they have been very well, they've done very well. So the dabbas at home is the first relationship between finance and ladies.
True.
Having said that, the challenge for the current generation of or the future generation is that only maintaining home finances is not sufficient. So we need to understand investments, we need to understand long-term implications of the finance, compounding interest. We need to understand these basic terminologies so that we are better equipped to plan our future, live our life the way, and satisfy all our wants and needs in life.
Very true. I think that's rightly said. And like you mentioned very correctly, like our mothers, grandmothers, they had, like you said, the money dabba, and that was the first savior for any financial crisis in the families, right? Yeah, but it was limited to that, and our lifestyle has changed, the way we plan things have changed, and I think that is when it makes sense to be aware of what you people call in financial terms as short-term goals and long-term goals, right?
True. When we are talking about this, I just remember that my mother was always the savior. Whenever my father required some amount for emergency for a short period of 5 days or 10 days for running his businesses, she was always there either through her chits or through the gold that she had or the amount that she had saved. She always used to give it to him. And I have seen that from that age, so it's really nice.
Yeah.
And it has been a part of our lives altogether, but yet a different perspective needs to be taken on that.
True. So Indu, based on what we have discussed, what are the various investment options that are available?
See, there are a lot of investment options available, and each investment option has a plus and a minus. It serves for a particular purpose. We have equity investments, we have mutual funds, we have systematic investment plans. That is SIP is what you call in mutual funds itself.
Yeah.
And then we have NPS, where you have a pension scheme where we can invest on a regular basis and get some amount. We have insurance policies which are available, and there are gold, bonds, debentures, a lot of things are there. So now it comes down to what is your requirement. And you have to always align your investment to your goals, and that is when it will actually make sense to everyone.
Okay. But as a common person like me who does not understand much of the financial jargons and the different investment options, how should we go about it? Or is it always best to have a financial advisor, or are there some things that we can plan on our own?
See, certainly if you are an ardent reader, if you have that ability to learn, certainly you can. There is Google, and it has everything that you need. Having said that, it is good to for the basic understanding of the product or understanding of the various options that are available in market. But if you have to align it to your requirement and make it a goal-based investment, then probably a guidance from a professional in that particular segment is very much needed, because there are so many nitty-gritties in each investment that you will not understand or realize when you are investing online.
Yeah, correct.
So that is why even after so much of online platforms that are available, still advisors play a major role when it comes to finance, because there is that personal touch that is needed.
Correct. And also, like you said, see, Google is there, and like we know that though there is a lot of information, there's a lot of misinformation too. To filter that out, I think it's always better to talk to a person who is an expert in that field.
Certainly, it makes great sense, because you will see there are so many people who have invested online, they have burned their fingers. Nothing against the online platforms, but there are some challenges there which needs to be addressed, and probably going ahead it might get solved. Yeah. So, but what happens is when you understand the product, and when you make investments based on the requirements and the availability of funds, plan according to your age, your family size, and all that, then it will not be a burden to you, yet you will be able to do all the savings that is required for your life.
Yeah. So, based on what we discussed, how can women navigate financial independence within marriage and their relationships? By being a equal part in the financial decisions and taking part in all the financial planning and all that.
See, post-COVID, I have had the opportunity to work with a lot of ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of references of ladies who had lost their husbands during COVID. Very unfortunate. But then what I realized, seeing their life and how what things happened, how it changed after the death of the male earning member of the family.
Yeah.
A few of the ladies were working, they had their own jobs, and few of them were homemakers. So they had kids to take care of, they had in-laws to take care of, they had EMIs to pay, a lot of responsibilities. One common thing is when you're working, at least you have that, okay, I have some money coming in, so you still have been able to manage, and emotionally also it helps because you start going to a job very early on. So that gives you that stability. But homemakers, I saw that one, you don't have that emotional stability because it is a sudden loss and you're not prepared for it, right? So at that time what happens is you don't know what to do. And you get a lot of ideas from various people, friends, family members, of what to do, what not to do. So you're not aware.
Correct.
So I felt that there are certain small tips that individuals, especially the male earning members, can implement in their life, which will help and which will also empower the ladies to take care of the financial matters.
Okay.
It has to be mutual. If the lady is not interested, no matter how much you push, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So some of the tips that I can give, which can be implemented by every family, are some. For the first one is basically the very basic one. Keep your nominations in place. Put nomination for all your investments. The names have to be proper, the initials have to be correct, all your Aadhaar, PAN, bank account, the names have to be the same, so that there is no problem at a later date. Okay, that's the first and the foremost thing. We see a lot of problem here. The second thing is have a joint account. A joint account is where either of the person or the survivor can operate the account.
Okay.
So that the accounts don't freeze, and in case of emergency, the amount is not blocked in the bank account.
Okay.
Okay. The third thing is any financial, ladies are earning, but financial investment matters, they don't get involved.
Yeah.
So my suggestion is both the husband and wife have to sit together, plan their future, think about what are the requirements in future, and based on that do their investments. And both of them should be aware of what are the investments that are made and how they are planning to make payments for all those things. Those things should be in place. So that goes a long way in helping the lady understand and take care of the finances in case of an emergency.
Correct.
And last but not the least, we are all earning very well, investing in a lot of properties, making a lot of investments in equity, mutual funds, and all that. There has to be a will in place.
Okay.
A will helps that in times of emergency, There is no clash between the family members with regard to the properties, the splitting of the properties. So it becomes smooth, and there is that reduces the emotional tension in any family.
Very true. Very true. Okay, now understanding all this, I have a question in my mind. Is there anything that the married women can do, or like have some insurance or something which will protect them from all this, and like for financial, what do you say? Not safety, but financial assurance.
Right. A good question, actually. See, there is something called as Married Women's Property Act in insurance. Okay.
Is it?
Yes. Not many people are aware of it.
Okay.
Especially when you have, we use more for business people because they have a lot of liabilities outside.
Okay.
Okay. So what happens when you have a liability, when you're a proprietor, or generally when you have a liability, whatever claim amount comes, whether it is through property or through insurance, whatever it comes, first the bankers can lay their hands on that to recover the loans.
Okay.
Okay.
True.
So what one can do to protect the family financially is, whether you have loans outside or not, if you take an insurance policy, this has to be taken at the time of taking the policy. If you add that MWP, Married Women's Property Act addendum, okay, that amount cannot be attached to recover the loans even by Supreme Court.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that's the protection that gives. And this also helps where you have a joint family, you have in-laws, you have brothers, sisters who are trying to lay claim on the claim amounts or the amounts realized, financial amounts realized. So you are protecting your spouse and kids by taking an insurance policy along with MWP Act.
Okay. So is this something which has come up recently?
No, it has been there very long time back.
Is it?
Yeah, but the thing is, people are not aware of it.
So that is what I found in any topic, any category you pick, awareness. And that is what we see lacking. To be very frank, I've been married for now almost 23 years and even I'm not aware of it.
Certainly.
And I'm sure even my husband wouldn't be aware of it.
There are a lot of options that are available. You need to just explore and see how it can be implemented to suit your requirements. That is why goal-based investments and goal-based planning is very, very crucial for any family.
Yeah. No, but we do take insurances, we do have a lot of things. But to be frank, this is the first time I'm hearing this. I'm not sure whether it's because nobody makes it aware, or is it that, see, even if I do Google, for instance, I wouldn't know that I have to search for something like this, right? So, yeah, so the awareness thing is something which we have to start creating more about, especially about these points. Like you rightly said, men in business who have their own thing, they'll have a lot of liabilities, and I have seen a lot of cases where the bank have swooped in and taken hold of it because of the loans and stuff like that.
True.
So this is very, very, very important.
As we are talking about insurance, probably see, MWP's Act actually is secondary. The first thing is insurance awareness itself is very, very low in India.
Okay.
Be it health insurance or life insurance, we always want to take it when we want it. But insurance works, you have to take or invest in an insurance policy when you actually don't need it, so that it gives you that protection, it gives you that cushion when you actually need it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think currently the awareness of insurance is slightly higher. Maybe after COVID, people have realized, though it's not to the level that we would want people to be aware of.
Right. So youngsters especially are aware of things. They are more open to explore and understand things. But yes, still there is a lot of penetration that is needed in the insurance industry.
I think this conversation has been very, very good, Indu, because there were a lot of things which I thought, I'm learning in terms of finances, but there were still some surprises and some new things that I learned today. So before we end, do you have any last words of advice for our viewers and our listeners?
I have been a homemaker for a very long time, and from homemaker to a business person, the transition has been very long, and it took a lot of effort to come to this place.
Yeah.
So certainly, if I can do, anybody can do, is what is my mantra. Whenever I meet ladies, I tell, you have to just put in your thoughts. You have to make an effort to understand, and the first thing is you should realize that it is important for your life.
Correct.
If you like something, if you feel something is important and you need to do, you will put that effort.
Correct.
So if that happens, I think we can navigate through life, whatever be the life situation.
Yeah.
So I think that should be the first thing. Awareness, putting an effort, and everybody can do it. So finance is not rocket science. It is very simple. It's just that you need to put a little effort towards that. That's it.
I think that's really amazing, Indu, and it's been a wonderful conversation. Like I said before, lot of new things for me to learn, and like we always keep saying that women have to be financially independent, financial literacy is important and all that. Still, it's not enough. Like there are a lot of new things that come up, and we have to also update ourselves. We have to be in the loop of what, we have to be aware of what the family is discussing and be a part of all the plans and things that happen. So thank you for, sharing so many insights and so many important tips as well as things that we didn't know about.
Thank you so much, Sneha, for having me here. It was a great pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, I think empowering women involves a lot of things, and finance is one of them. So thank you.
Through finance, you will gain self-confidence. Trust me.
Thank you for the wonderful conversation.
Thank you so much. Thank you.